Welcome you all to the next topic of reasoning, and the topic is coded inequality. Now, just like the questions of circle and puzzle, whenever the questions of this topic comes, it is also associated with the almost 4 to 5 questions. So they become very important for the merit. Let us today see what type of questions comes under this topic and how to solve them. Usually two types of question comes. First is the direct inequality, and second is the symbolic inequality. We will cover both the types of questions in this lecture. Let us understand the basic of this topic. Suppose there are two numbers a and b. Okay, what could be the relationship between a and b? Either a will be greater than b, or a will be smaller than b, or a will be equal to b. There can be only three types of relationship between the numbers. Either one number is smaller than the other, or it is equal to the other, or it is greater than the other number. Now this is equality, and this doesn't trouble us at all. We have to study this inequality. When two numbers are unequal, there is inequality between the numbers, then what type of relationship develops between those numbers, that we have to study in this topic. For this, let us understand the basic concepts. Now, the basic concept starts like this. Suppose a is greater than b and b is greater than c. Then what will be the relation between a and c? A will be definitely greater than c. A will be definitely greater than c. How? Let us take an example. One question. Suppose the value of c is 3. Value of c is 3. Then the minimum value in the integers possible for b is 4, because b is greater than c. So the minimum value of b should be what? 4. If minimum value of b is 4, what will be the minimum value of a? Minimum value of a will be 5. So a will be greater than c. Second, again let us suppose this relation a is greater than b and b is greater than or equal to c. I hope all of you understand these symbols. It is greater than or equal to, remember, not and equal to, or. Now here also suppose c is 3. Now b could be equal to or greater than c. So the minimum value possible for b is what? Minimum value is 3, because b could be equal to c also. If b is 3, the minimum value of a will be 4. So in this case also a will be greater than c in all the cases. Let us come to the next case. Here suppose c is 3 and b is greater than c. B is greater than c. So b, minimum value of b will be 4. A is greater than or equal to b. So minimum value of a will be 4. In this case also a will be definitely greater than c. Let us come to the last. Here, if c is 3, then b could be what? 3, 4 or anything greater than that. Or anything greater than that, it is equal to or greater than c. If b is 3, then a could be what? Again, it could be 3, 4 or anything greater than this. So in this case, a will be greater than or equal to c. So these will be the relationships between the numbers when they are not equal. So this you have to remember while solving the questions. Similarly, just the reverse of this will also be true. Just the reverse. How? If a is less than b, b is less than c, then a will be less than c. Here also, if the signs are reversed, this sign will also be reversed. The signs are reversed, this sign will also be reversed. These signs are reversed, then this sign will also be reversed. Okay? Simply the reverse of it. But what can we see in all these questions, that all the examples we have taken, that the signs are towards the same side. Either both are towards this side or both are towards right side. So the sign are opening towards both the sides. But what will happen if the signs are reversed between the numbers? Suppose this sign is this side, this sign is this side. Any reversal between the sign, guys, any reversal between the sign is there, then you cannot establish any relation between a and c. You cannot establish any relation between a and c if the signs between a and c are reversed. Remember this to solve the questions. You can only give the answer if the signs between two numbers is towards the same side or there is equal to between them. If the sign is reversed, then you cannot give any answer to the question. Okay. Let us see now what type of questions comes, what type of options comes, and how to solve those questions. The questions of inequality is usually preceded by some instructions, and instructions tells us about the type of answers to be given. You will be given a statement, and below that statement usually two conclusions are given. You have to see if the conclusion 1 is true, then you have to give answer 1. If 2 is true, then you have to give answer 2. If either of this is true, either 1 or 2 is true, then the answer will be 3. We will do this condition also during the questions. What type of questions will give the answer 3? If neither of the conclusion is true, and fifth, if both are true, then you have to give the answer 5. Usually these are the instructions. Still I insist that whenever rather than insist, I should suggest that whenever you read any question or you solve any question, just read the instruction first. Usually the instructions are these only for almost all the questions, but still I suggest whenever you read or you are going to attempt any questions of inequality or slogs or any such question, do read the instructions first. They may change the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to some other instructions. First question: A is greater than B, B is less than or equal to C, D is equal to E, and C is greater than D. First thing that we have to make while solving these questions is make a single statement of all these statements. Try to make a single statement to solve it. That will be very helpful. How? So first statement is A is greater than B. Okay, we will make it like this. B is less than or equal to C. We will write it like this. Then you know the relationship between C and D is this. C is greater than D. We will write D here. And then D is equal to E. We will write here. So first step is try to form a single equation of all the equations given to solve the questions. Now, first conclusion, A is greater than E. Now you can very well see between A and E, once the sign has reversed, two signs are towards the left side, but one side sign is towards the right side. So as already discussed, if the sign between two numbers are reversed, you cannot establish any relationship between them. So you don't know the relationship between A and E. Now let us see between C and E. Now you can very well see between C and E. What is the relation? C is greater than D, D is equal to E. Now if D is equal to E means if we suppose that E is 3, then D will also be 3 because both are equal, and if D is 3, then C will be 4. So if E is equal to D and C is greater than D, then C will definitely be greater than E also. So our answer will be 2, that the conclusion second follows. This is how you have to attempt the question. Make a single statement, then find the relationship between the numbers or the alphabets given according to the rules that we have studied. Let us solve more questions. Okay, statement 2. Again make a single statement first. Single statement will be A is greater than or equal to B. Then we have to again look for B. B is greater than C. Okay, we will make it like this. Then C is equal to D. We will make it like this. Then is the relationship between D and E? Yes. D is, remember, less than equal to E, or E is greater than equal to D. Make the relationships proper, put the signs properly very carefully. And then is the relationship E and F? Yes. E is greater than F. So these are the relationships and we have formed a single statement. Now let us come to the conclusions. First, D is greater than F. We have to see relationship between D and F. Simply the signs between D and F are reversed. This sign is towards right and this sign is towards left. The signs are reversed, so there cannot be any relationship between D and F. So first is false. Second, C is greater than or equal to F. C is greater than or equal to F. Again you can see between C and F. Between C and F, you can very well see that the signs have reversed. The signs have reversed once. So no relationship between C and F can be established. So this is also wrong. So our answer will be 4, that neither of the conclusion will follow. Let us come to the next question. So again, few statements are given. So we have to first find the single statement. So single statement will be P is less than or equal to Q. Q is greater than R, then R is less than S. Remember, you have to take the relationship from here. R is less than S, S is equal to T, this is given, and T is greater than or equal to U. So this is the final statement, a single statement. This single statement will help you solve the questions very quickly, guys. First, R is greater than equal to U. Relationship between R and U. R and U. You can very well see the signs between R and U, they are reversed. So no relationship. I hope it is clear up to now. And you must be clear that when the signs are reversed, there will be no relationship between the two. So no conclusion can be established here. Second, P is less than equal to U. Between P and U, there are again reversal of relationship. So no relationship can be established. So this is also wrong. So answer will be 4 again. Remember, relationship can only be established if the signs are all towards one side or there is a sign of equal. Question number 4. Let us make the single statement. C is equal to D. D is less than E. B is greater than equal to C. So B is greater than equal to C. We will make it like this. A is greater than B, so we have to make it here. A is greater than B. Any relationship between others? Yes. E is equal to F. E is equal to F. So we have covered all the relationship. C again, we have to do it accordingly as the relationship comes. C is equal to D, we have made. D is less than E, yes here. B is greater than C. B has a relationship with C, so we will make it here only. Okay, the relationship between B and C. Similarly, A has a relationship with B, so we will make it with B. Now let us come to the conclusion. First is B is greater than D. Now let us chalk out this statement. This is the statement. This is the statement. Now understand it very carefully. Since C and D are equal, instead of C I can write D also. So I could say the statement can be this also, B is greater than or equal to D, because C and D are equal. So I could replace C with D also. Now first conclusion says B is definitely greater than D. B is definitely greater than D. You know it cannot be established because B could be equal to D also. So individually first is wrong. Second says B is equal to D. B is equal to D. That B is definitely equal to D. So but it cannot be established because B could be greater than D also. B could be greater than D also. So individually this is also wrong. But what does this sign means? It means B is either greater than or equal to D, means both of these options. So here the answer will be third, the either of. Either B will be greater than D or B will be equal to D. So in such questions, the answer 3 will come when you are not sure. Okay, the relationship is such that it could be either greater than or equal to. Okay, or it could be greater than or equal to and smaller or smaller than. So there the answer will be 3. The third answer, I hope you remember from the instructions, the third option, if either conclusion 1 or 2 is true, either of this is true, so we have to give this in this form only for these questions only. So these are the first type of questions that you have to solve in the paper. I hope you have understood this type of questions in which direct coding or the direct symbols are given. But sometimes the symbols, the greater than or equal to, they are not directly given. They are further represented by some symbols. Just like the next question that we are going to do. Now, the relationship between the numbers P, Q is not given directly in the form of greater than equal to, less than equal to on those type of symbols, but they are further represented by some other symbols. For example, it is said P star Q means P is not greater than Q. Not greater than Q means what? P is either less than or equal to Q. So this means that star represents less than or equal to sign. Let us come to the next. P dollar Q means what? P is not smaller than Q. Not smaller means it could be greater than or equal to, but not smaller. P at the rate Q means P is neither smaller nor greater than Q. Neither smaller nor greater than means it will be equal. So this means at the rate means equal sign. Percentage, P percentage Q means P is neither greater than nor equal. Neither greater than nor equal will definitely mean it will be smaller. Next, P copyright Q means P is neither smaller than nor equal to, means it is definitely greater. So the only change in these questions is rather than giving the direct symbols, these symbols are represented by some other symbols. From here you have to identify what does that star, dollar, at the rate, percentage means. And you have to solve the questions on the same basis as we have done the previous ones. So let us see how to solve these questions. The instruction for this question is same as the in the previous slide. So we have already found it on the top. So let us try to solve these questions. First, statement says L at the rate T. So at the rate means what? This is at the rate means equal to. So we can put equal to here. L is equal to T. T dollar B. Dollar means what? Greater than equal to. So we can put greater than equal to sign here. Instead of the symbol we can put the sign. B percentage R. Percentage means less than. So we can put less than here. R copyright U. Copyright means what? Greater than. So these are the statements. First step is make the single statement. As we have done in the previous questions, here also make a single statement. So single statement will be L is equal to T. T is greater than or equal to B. B is less than R. R is greater than U. This is the single statement. Now let us come to the conclusions. You know the conclusions again in the symbolic form, so we have to convert it into the simple form first. Percentage as we have seen means less than. So first is B is less than L. B is less than L. You know L and T they are equal. L and T they are equal. So we can write L also in place of T. So what is the relationship between L and B? It is that B is either less than or equal to L. It is not definitely less than. So individually this is wrong. Second says B at the rate. At the rate means equal to. B is equal to L. Now, what is the relationship between B and L? As we have done in the previous question, you know that B is either less than or equal to L. So, definitely one of these will be true. That B will be either less than L or equal to L. So, one of these will be definitely true. Individually both are wrong, but if both comes, one of them will definitely be true. Let us come to the third. Third is the star. Star means less than equal to. Okay, I hope you remember we have done it here. Star means less than equal to. U is less than equal to T. This is U and this is T. You know the signs between U and T has reversed here. Signs between U and T has reversed here. So this will be wrong. So what will be our answer? First is only 1 is true, no. Alone 1 is not true. Only 2 is true, no. Only 3 is true, this is definitely false. Either 1 or 2 is true, yes, this is right. Either 1 or 2 will be definitely true. I hope you got it. That the first step is that we have to convert the symbols given into the mathematical symbols so that we can solve. Sometimes even we use this rectangular form for it. We write all the symbol here at the corner. Suppose we write this star here. We may write dollar here. We may write at the rate here and percentage here, or the sign of equal to is what? At the rate. We will write at the rate at the center, and then we can put their symbols also. Symbols along with that. This is their dollar means greater than. We will put the symbols accordingly, so that when we are solving it, we can solve it. Okay, at the rate means equal to, and percentage means less than, so we can put less than here, and copyright here we can put copyright, it means greater than. So sometimes you will see that people make some rectangle also or some types of square to solve these questions, but you can directly remember from the statements also. I hope the first question is clear. Let us solve one more question to make it more clear. Here comes the next question. Z star x. Star means less than equal to, we will put the symbol. At the rate means equal to, x is equal to c. Percentage means less than, c is less than, so we will put it like this. Dollar means greater than equal to, so we will put it like. So again we will make a single statement, and that statement will be z is less than equal to x, x is equal to c, c is less than l, and l is greater than or equal to t, because dollar means this. So this is our single statement. As we have done in the previous questions, first step is make a single statement. Let us solve the questions now. First is copyright. Copyright means what? Greater than. L is greater than Z. So let us see the relationship between L and Z. If we see the relationship between L and Z, if we take out this relationship, it is Z, X. Now you can see that X is equal to C. X is equal to C. So we can take any one of these, either X or C. So we can write it like this. So this is the relationship. So what will be the answer? L is greater than Z. Is it greater than Z? Yes. We have done these symbols, remember. I told you if the symbols are towards the same side, one side is greater than and the other symbol is greater than equal to, the end result will be greater than only. In the first slide that we have done. Yes, L is greater than Z, so this is true. First is true. Come to the second. C $Z. Dollar means what? Greater than or equal to Z. C is greater than or equal to Z. You know, as we have done here, X and C are equal. So we can replace X with C. So what is the relationship between Z and C now? That C is greater than or equal to Z. So the second one is also true. Third, Z again dollar. Dollar means again greater than. Z is greater than or equal to T. Now see, between Z and T, there is one sign which has reversed. Sorry, not this one, this sign. Between Z and T, one sign has reversed. Okay. So, when the sign has reversed, there cannot be any relationship between them. So, this is wrong. So, our answer will be only 1 and 2 are true. So, this is how you have to solve the questions of coded inequalities. First, understand the basic concepts from the video, that how the inequalities are established. Then the next step is to make a single statement. From the single statement, it is very easy to give the answers. And if the question comes in forms of symbol, first turn them into the mathematical symbol and then solve it as with the same concepts as learned earlier. So I hope these concepts are clear to you and you will be able to solve the questions of coded inequality in the exams. Thank you.